Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to, Solarium. No, we're not doing any more Solarium?
Oh, is that what you were playing earlier?
No, Solarium Mur, last of his name.
Solium Mur.
Solium, there we go. Names are hard. I mixed up 1984 and, oh shoot.
I swear, there are some games where, we never even got around to the lore segments in Regalia.
Yeah, ugh.
Sometimes you just keep reading and reading and reading and reading. Actually, I think...
I have to do that in Observer, and it's rough.
And sometimes it takes up half to a whole episode.
Oh yeah. People do not like that series already, and it makes me sad. Anyway.
Alright, you rise. Early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake, she scowls at you.
She's always scowling. Good morning, Vita. Bertrude, I trust your stay has not been too uncomfortable?
Nay, Sandalwood. The comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this.
The reader here shall do so. Once the group is ready, I thank you for your patience.
And...
Oh, right. I use keyboard and mouse to fly around.
Whee!
We'll fly off.
Now you can't fly that high. Also, what's the star? Look up.
What star?
I've never seen that emblem.
This?
Yeah.
Isn't that Solium Mur?
No. Okay, so the Nightwings are down there.
Oh.
That's the wraithy witchy people. That's the essence. That's the chastity. That's the... So I do not know who the star is, or for that matter, what the one next to it is.
Interesting questions. Well, when we land again, we can take a look. I don't remember the symbols. The star probably stands for the scribes or something.
Maybe their own little triumvirate?
I don't know.
Point of interest. Soaring far above Sklorian Shore. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of a glowiness to it. You notice Pamitha gazing down at the frozen cliffs below.
I can see when it's blinking too. I'm just waiting for you to finish reading. So, Sklorian Shore. A frozen oasis tucked between the chaos of Wakingwood and the sacred Mount Elodial. A place to pause and reflect before a grueling mountain climb.
That damned place down there. I like it least of all, I think, among everywhere we've been.
I'm thankful that there's no reason for us to return.
Reminds me of my home is all. The high-wing remnants. We all grew accustomed to thinner air amid the cliffs that breach the clouds above your commonwealth. But it was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sisters settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land. There, by the nest of Trieste.
Anyway, I'm pleased to have to spend as little time as possible near here.
Let's fly on by and go about our business.
I still want to know how she, manipulates objects with her wings, because it doesn't look like she's got, fingers. The unmistakable remains of Zilvis Horseheaded, which protrude from ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. Zilvius Horseheaded, the mare titan vanquished by scribe Trieste Tithys. She broke the land beneath her burning hooves, whinnying vengeance.
So she literally is a horse, centaur, lady thing.
The tale of a titan felled by Saint Trieste Tithys. That is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the visaged titan out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home to the now exiled harps, such as the Essence, whom you faced here when you first arrived. They do not know all of the locale's sacred significance. Oh, it's just raining the whole time this time around. That's interesting.
Well, we're still under a storm. Now, where are we supposed to fight the Chastity?
Here.
Oh, so we can go to the Black Shore or the High Wing Cove.
We're fighting the Chastity at the Lake of Trieste, but I was gonna look around for a little while longer. You never know who we're gonna run into. Like these guys. Ah, a pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, O Nightwings. They deliberately crashed into us, Father, yet you still address them with such a cordial manner. Now, Almar, I am certain that this was an honest accident, and it appears that no lasting damage has been done.
Oh, they're such nice people.
Please take the helm, as I shall go and start to pick up the fallen artifacts, which shook free from the walls after the impact. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesives drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest. Damn you, Nightwings, you stay away from us. I really wish we didn't have to bump into them to talk to them, because it would be cool to just, like, swing by and be like, yo.
Oh, they're on the ground. Yeah, because I don't see any other emblems that resemble the star. Oh, we don't like the bog witches. They're probably slaying Gru with us for defeating them. Oh, hey, there's a point of interest.
Oh, there we go.
Bertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode.
Our kind who lurk below, they would scarce believe we soar above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our service, for we taught them all we know.
She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off various services provided at Big Bertrude's. Curses, balms, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleeping medicines, fungicides, seances. Big Bertrude's earned quite a name for itself throughout the downside, for these and other things.
When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand.
Interesting. She might not want to go.
Nah, she seems to like her business. And I mean, I don't really know what the snake people do up in the Commonwealth. They might not even dwell there.
No, they do. There's a bog, but it's not part of the Commonwealth.
Right,
she
it's
has
sort of on
nothing
the
to
side.
do with the Commonwealth itself.
So the question is, why was she banished? Because she was selling her services?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know what kind of religion they have up there, but bog witches probably wouldn't be seen upon, wouldn't be seen in a good light.
No, it seems like they're kind of superstitious and sort of worship the Titans. Sort of. Okay, so Tizo is enthusiastic, or good supply of stardust may be found along this route. Ooh, yes.
Ooh, you like stardust.
The high route to the Nest of Trieste is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies.
Black Basin. Oh, we have someone to talk with.
So first I wanted to take a look. Yeah, that star pattern. Actually, both of those two patterns.
The other one too was weird.
Yeah, there were two patterns. One looked like an alternate version of the Nightwings, which was interesting. Mm-hmm. And then the star pattern was nothing at all, which is interesting.
So we're currently at the top with no losses. And
Of course. Okay, Volfred, he has something on his mind.
Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles.
The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my boy. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss?
I find it fascinating.
You have come across more than your fair share of books, but none quite like this. I want to take a look at the other ones.
Hey, you only skimmed it? No, we've read every entry.
Fascinating.
You tell Volfred that the book has fascinated you, and that you have never seen anything like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it.
I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from a forgotten time, how much of it is exactly true? How much of it is describes retelling of events? I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit.
He puts away his copy of the book with care.
It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of some of time quite well. And the ideas contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows of the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, written plain, how fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interest in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them.
He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. So,
I just want to take a look. Okay. The other thing I want to take a look at.
What Big Bertrude can do?
Yeah.
She fires her ore in a wedge shape.
Yeah,
forward.
so she's a sniper. Slithers forward, much
Prone
faster.
alchemist.
Yeah. We don't know much else about her. She's a bog dweller of considerable notoriety here on the downside. I thought downside was flashing for a second.
I know, I noticed it too.
And runs a sort of business bearing her own name. She has a forbidding way about her, but her respect for Volfred is evident, and even borders on affection. She seems to know much of the rites, despite not having conducted them prior to joining forces with you. Well, we'll look at the rest of this later. For now, we're going to search with the Lone Minstrel. So it seems like seems that freshly fallen stardust has settled in the surrounding area. Ah, there you are, reader. Shall we get going then?
You accompany the Lone Minstrel on an excursion through the stifling vapors of the Highwing Cove, where it seems the stars themselves recently shed some of their splendor.
Highwing Cove. The high road to the nest of Trieste is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The cliffs here form a natural barrier, creating a suitable environment for the harps. Collecting stardust is a laborious and delicate process, though some find it rather meditative.
In time, you've gathered a good supply of the stuff, and returned together to rejoin the others. You found a pile of stardust. It looks like a lot. It shimmers with an odd light. Raises the rank by +10 for an
That's
item.
ridiculous. Stash it away. Alright. I want to go see what I could toss it at.
Well, are you sure you don't want to see if there's better talismans than the one that you have currently?
Well, yes and no. So part of it is like, upping the quickness would be useful. Up the apple! Sir Gilman jumps farther than usual, so that would double it.
What about the replenishing your pyre?
Can't. That's already maxed.
That's already maxed.
We maxed it out. There's Gold's Bracer, which is useless.
What if we find a better talisman?
We might. Part of it is I was specifically thinking of doing the quickness one, because quickness is always going to be useful.
What rank is it already?
8.
It's rank 8, so that would be a waste to use.
No, it would put it at 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Regardless, we'll hover over it.
It's rank 8. It goes all the way up to 20.
I didn't realize it goes to 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if we can get some more Stardust, we could... I mean, that would put it at +8 quickness if we can max the whole thing out.
If you think that... I mean, speed is a nice
I mean, putting that on
factor.
Sir Gilman would be silly. Which is probably why I'm considering it. I mean, the other person I put it on would be, like, Pamitha or Tizo, but probably not Tizo, considering he can fly forever. Putting it on Pamitha would probably make her really, really effective, because she can just fly, too. And so if she could fly, like, hella fast, that'd work out. So I think I'm gonna go with it.
Okay. I mean, quickness works.
Because I can always use quickness. The other one would be presence, which would be helpful, too, but I think quickness to get around my enemies works better for my style. Alright, continue on your journey.
So now we're going to face the chastity.
Oh boy. One of the downside celestial landmarks? Yeah. Okay, nothing new.
Love to see what new tricks they bring up. Maybe something more with the sapling. His little progeny. Ugh. Do they cart them around perpetually, or...
I don't know. Alright, so we have the Nest of Trieste. Nobody wants to talk to us. And, whoa, hey guys, let me tell you something real quick. Now, I happen to have heard that Mr. Greentail, he's moved on or something like that, right? I just want you to know, he was one of my favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you the same great deals, okay? Alright, so we also have a scoop of Stardust. It's pricey. Anything else new? Aura Blast may occur. No, it looks like it's the same stuff. Well, I'm gonna buy the Scoop of Stardust, because, oof.
Does that
pricey.
permanently put the prices down? Because he said he was going to give us the same
Well,
great
no,
deals that
he
we
more or
could
less, the prices won't change. So the Lunar Glass was something that I was considering getting a long time ago. But, okay, so we have the Scoop of Stardust. Can't use it on the Tailwind crest, though. We'll have to use it on something else. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe, okay? Because I gotta say, you're my favorite customers I had all week. Well, that actually reminds me. My favorite guys, they're back already for some reason.
get. For some reason.
Oh, the Downbearers prices have gone up. It was worth 6 this time.
Oh.
As opposed to 4. Okay.
New book?
Yeah, we
Entry?
have 2 entries, I think. Yeah.
In Jomer Merrymane's voice. Manymane's, sorry, not Merrymane.
I don't even remember Jomer Manymane's voice.
You sort of had him...
Well,
He was sort of like noble-ish, but sort of
Yeah.
fierce, like dog-like.
you cannot survive on the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend upon you, or tempest shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Traveling through the environs is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Luce Glorian believes this untamed land can be traversed through means unnatural. I thought at first he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that carriages could cross this land by harnessing its fury. A wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. And Celestial Landmarks. Nest of Triesta.
In the words of Luce Glorian.
The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan Zilvis Horseheaded looms as dark as ever on the precipices of the Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Triesta Tithys finally laid rest to the greater titan with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Triesta thought she could bear her children in the warmth here, but alas... Now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one ought invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored.
Okay.
Oop. There we go.
Ready to fight?
So somebody had told me, by the way, if you keep ringing the bell with Ruki,
Yeah.
he would actually dismantle the bell.
Well,
But
we
it's
still
gone
have
now,
it.
yeah.
Everything is prepared, and night is just beginning to take hold above the monolithic stonework of the Nest of Triesta when Wolfred gets your attention.
Reader, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly Tinderstoff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately I've known many others like him. We are discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last we saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances, or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, should he know of my involvement, and so...
Wolfred dons his ritual mask.
I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. Anyhow, it seems we have a rite to conduct.
So do we have to bring him into this battle?
I don't know if we'll have to, but I kind of want to.
Oh hey, look at that many-eyed creature lady.
Yeah, so the Unfathomed Plurnus. So... Your adversaries have +8 quickness, making them move faster. Star of the Sea Titan, once slain by the Scribe Underking Oris. And we already saw... Sun Grease, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm going to do any of them, just because.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to risk getting pummeled.
Yeah, kinda. Especially against the Chastity. Also, like, the EXP boost is so minor.
Was the Chastity the one that you almost lost to before, or was it just a hard battle?
They were hurting me.
Has returned, and it would appear his ranks grow stronger. Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her. At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the Chastity. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
My, what have we here? Why the Nightwings come to grace us with their presence once again? Do you really believe that you can snatch another victory away from us?
You sense Volford reaching out to you.
Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive, sorry. It was just a lot of I's and letters in one spot. Disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And the colors of those raiments, I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light, I have to say, though I mean no offense at this, of course. So, do you suppose the Rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our little chats like this, I do have to get going soon. If you must know why, I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less, come dawn. I hear there's something brewing out there, some sort of unrest, So yes, it's a very important message. Sent all this way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. Though I'm sure I could get you a good deal on their services, if you so wish, perhaps to contact a loved one back home, All I ask, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail, as we ought, for I've a date with destiny not long from now, upon the fall of Solium.
He continues talking for some time until at last the Rite is set to start. So we need to intercept a critter?
Oh. Hold a moment, reader.
The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiments of the Rites.
Now that Bertrude is among our ranks, it would be best if you became familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good Bertrude, please show the reader something of your aptitude.
Nah. We expect thou shalt be soon inclined to bring us our sorceries to bear. Long have we studied these rites of thine. Let us show thee what we know of them thus far.
Okay, so W to pounce.
Bertrude shows herself in full. Though I have to wonder what became of her accomplices.
What became of her
One
accomplices?
accomplice in particular. You watch yourself around her, reader. None are sentenced into exile without sufficient cause.
Okay, so I cannot send my
Or across gaps like that.
yeah.
Careful, don't get burned.
Well, I'm testing. I wanted to test to see if I could actually run in there. So when it's flashing, you can power blast, which is bigger or something. I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. In the settings, somebody pointed this out to me. Aim assist. We don't want that at all. Subtitles. Oh, I'll turn that on.
Is that going to be for the
announcers? And here's gender.
Oh, so you can actually change it mid. Huh, okay.
That's neat. And save slots. Oh.
You've just been saving your progress.
New campaign though. I can't, it doesn't look like I can save scum at all. Okay, release. That's how you power blast. Okay, that's probably good enough.
Now then, reading 1. Know that our freedom is of little consequence to us. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the rites, and we shall aid ye in the plan. Thus, we are at thy disposal and await thy bidding.
Oh, my, look at this wonderful assembly of exiles, all come from different corners. Such colorful retinue you Nightwings have. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumor about you, that you are harboring an especially notorious criminal, one who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself.
He looks right at Wolfred.
But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true. Anyhow, I would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manly Tinderstoff, and truly, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Manly has intruded upon your privacy as you set to choosing your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. Manly seems very interested in your triumvirate.
Ask him to leave politely. Manly seems to respond to behavior similar to his own. You could send him away.
You suggest to Manly that perhaps he ought to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rite.
Why, yes, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid you all salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mention it, I ought to go check on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck.
Manly leaves, at last, leaving you to focus on the rite again.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Okay, so we do not have access to Volfred yet. So, I like the idea of bringing her.
Do you know if you'll be able to control her properly?
Nope.
What if she had, like...
I feel like I should use her, though.
Yeah, she needs to level up. She would get to, like, level 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring
So,
Pamitha
I'm thinking
along.
Bertrude, Pamitha... I'm like...
I don't believe you ever really fought without Jadariel.
I can, though. Like, I'm not locked into her. I just always use her.
At this point, she's going to be, like, maxed out soon.
Yeah.
Well, I think you should use Pamitha. Sure, Bertrude.
Tizo can keep that on.
Couldn't Tizo fly over?
Yeah, so I'm toying with Tizo. The main problem is I don't know if I'm ever going to send... Tizo is one of the people that I might hold back if I need to. I mean, really, I think the only people that I might consider sending... the only people I might consider sending... Alright, holding back are Bertrude. Maybe Pamitha, but, like, honestly, it's halfway tempting to just send everybody up except for Bertrude, because she doesn't care about going up anyway, so send Pamitha up.
Pamitha needs to reconcile with her sister first.
And I think she specifically requested that we send her sister up. So we could send them both up and just hold Bertrude back and probably be okay. Oh.
No, she didn't tell us to send her sister up, did she?
Yes, she did.
I thought she just said that...
I thought she said when the time comes...
I thought she said that she wanted to see her sister again.
Oh, okay.
Like, not to send her up too
I am
soon.
confused by that. Yeah, I don't know who I'm, like, sending up and I'm not. Like, Jadariel, I think, wants to go up. Gilman wants to go up. Everybody else is kind of, like, middling. And it's one of those where I don't know if I can send the whole party up, because we always have to have a party of 3. So the question is, what happens when we're down to 2?
The last 2 people will just be with you forever.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. Well, one way or another, let's go with a really fast Pamitha. And I think I'll have her be my first, because this way she can get a ton of EXP.
Okay.
Which she desperately needs. Okay, next up is Bertrude. Now, I could give her presents. I could use the Scoop of Stardust on the Scribe Rock for a bunch of presents, which is super tempting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give her some extra presents. That should increase the aura size, but I think it might also increase her aura shoot. I don't know. So we'll choose Bertrude. And who's the last one? I mean, we could go Tizo, or we could do Gilman. Let's do Gilman, I think.
Okay.
He's got some bonus EXP to burn. And let's get the Pyre restoration.
Sir Gilman, the choice is cast.
That insufferable sap, a blight upon his kind, and an adversary we should like to pick apart.
Are you quite ready yet, O Nightwings? I doubt you are, because my colleagues at the Chastity Eye, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch. I hate my voice for him.
Well, it's a good thing.
Rites.
Oh, drop. Oh, but she's not dead.
Oh, except for now she's dead. That's annoying.
What did she get hit by?
I actually dove...
Into the fire?
Yeah. There we go. One of them was... That was confusing.
Great jump. Can you get into
Did I get
the
it? Yeah,
edge of it?
just barely.
Because can someone really camp on it, or can you jump into it? Oh, he put his little sap over there. There.
I'm...
Huh.
Oh, how very charming this display, but quit it now, and let old Manly put an end to all of this before you make a terrible mistake.
Before we make a mistake.
Come on. Come on, Manly. Come on.
I can't even see his aura behind him.
There we go.
Whoa. That was juggling.
Yep. Whoa, hi.
Lava.
Messed up.
Oh. Ah.
It's okay.
She jumped over.
Yeah, I tried leaping it, but it didn't quite work.
Good.
Oh, but they healed theirs.
Oh, did they heal because
Yeah, they've got the
one
same.
in?
They've got the same trinket that I do.
Oh,
It's okay.
fire on her. Oh no, does she dodge? Oh, that didn't go?
Yeah,
Wow.
we got really lucky.
Oh no. Dropped.
Okay.
That human's fast. But not as fast as you.
Yep. Not as fast as me.
The night winds prevail.
And that should be a whole boatload of experience for people. Okay, yeah, I'll use...
This night's proceedings.
My word, how could this happen to me? You deceitful, ignorant, uncouth pack of fools! You have no idea what you've done!
Wolfwood watches the outburst in silence.
Keep spouting off like that, Manly. You shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such a fear within your heart. There, don't you? Coming from the aristocracy and now in exile, how they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get out? Or even if you do?
Wolfwood remains deep in thought, studying his adversary.
There, I see now.
Then Wolfwood recedes into shadows.
What? My head? Who? Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta, fine evening to you now. It's been a pleasure, genuinely so.
Manly stumbles away in a stupor.
And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him for a time. A bit of mercy for his sake. For my people's sake.
Can they just, like, steal thoughts?
Yeah, so, readers...
Because he can speak telepathically.
So, readers... It's implied the readers have, minor telepathy.
Mm-mm.
As well, it should ensure that he has no lasting memory of our encounter here, or running into me. Now, let's be off, before he catches up with us again.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Oh, inspiration.
Woohoo!
Well, she levels once, sort of.
Can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamitha, soon I shall be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it.
Tamitha. She's one of the winged harps of the High Wing Remnants, now bound in exile. Okay, so... For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Tamitha moves 30% faster than usual. Or, while flying, she moves faster than usual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dash ability in rapid succession for less stamina. When saluting her adversaries, she instantly switches places with her newest ally.
Permanently gains a quickness.
Man, stacking Tailwing Crest plus that is ridiculous.
for a burst. And presence and hope.
Those are kind of good, but like the idea of having her just be my like my zippy little bird works, especially because I'm a pyre diver. Oh wow.
Thus does our grasp of ancient sorceries grow even stronger still.
Alright, so what does she have? Well, Bertrude's Pyre has less. She deals an additional 5. Or, well, Bertrude's Pyre has more. She deals an additional 5. So those are both kind of useless. So this is if we're doing...
If we're doing well.
Yeah, if this is we're doing well. No. If this is doing worse, this is doing well. Because less actually is better. Okay, so Aura Blast arcs in a wide angle.
Well, no. Wasn't it... If your Pyre has less than your opponent's, you gain
yeah, you're right. Yeah, so
damage.
This is us doing worse, this is us doing better. Wide angle, charge up time before Bertrude can use her Aura Blast is greatly reduced. Oh, well, Bertrude's Pyre has less than the adversaries. Her adversaries deal
10 less damage.
10 less, that's kind of useful. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one, mainly because Greater Blast and Sudden Blast are really useful.
It's a fail-safe in case you're doing
worse.
Well,
I'm gonna be using her as a defensive measure. She's not an attacker.
Okay.
The secrets of the Wild Witch revealed. Until the stars align.
Until the stars align again. After defeating the Chastity in a decisive victory, you return to the wagon to find Volfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of a conversation.
Most strange. That this one star should be illuminated now. This is not what I expected. Nor I, Volfred, sir.
Then Volfred notices you there.
Reader, Tariq and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky, is all. It appears the star of Kamer Rope Collar is illuminated now. It is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this.
The Rope Collar, wasn't he the traitor?
Yeah, he was the advisor, the vizier. So, Kamer Rope Collar, the first exiles came to these lands not by force, but by heeding the Rope Collar's deceptions. The traitor's former aide to the Emperor, his actions inadvertently led the 8 scribes to find each other. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime.
You see only a single shining star illuminated far above. It is just as Volfred indicated. You regard the looming star to discern where it leads.
Kaelmer the Rogue Star. Let's check the planner. So we're at 42%, I guess. I don't know. I think maybe every time we level somebody up, it's a percentage too.
Oh,
maybe
hey,
not.
Is the sister there?
Yes, we do. So, the Rogue Star burns bright over an isolated little island in the Sea of Solace. Tamitha is already on her way. Interact to challenge the Essence here next. The Essence are led by the harp Tamitha Thane. Your record against them is 1 and 0.
Is that what he looks like? The rope collar?
Probably not. I think it's the Titan. Then we are summoned to the Isle of Kaelmer, deep within the Deathless Tempest. Maybe it is. According to the stars, the next rite shall commence here. The traitor Kaelmer Rope Collar fled to the strange isle and met a fitting end. Have you been there before, Tariq? So long ago, I scarce recall the time. Only the scent. It is the place from whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let us not concern ourselves with superstitions held about that place. We'll set forth at dawn, and soon see for ourselves what to make of it.
Ooh, and who can we talk with? Maybe
I don't know.
Tamitha?
I don't know, but this is actually a really good stopping point because of how it like cuts the save and whatnot. So we will see you guys in the next episode of Pyre, and as always, thanks for watching.